tomorrow's practice, we had the same format as we had yesterday. We let our older guys go. We did install some new things. About halfway through, we had special teams, and we spent a little bit extra time with the young guys for the second day in a row. Looking forward to tomorrow's practice. We're going to put everybody together for the first time. We'll be in shells, which will be very good for us to evaluate the guys up front. But overall, I felt like our approach to practice today and our attitude and effort was good. The pace was better, and we definitely challenged our guys for that. So, any questions?
And with Ricky Parks off the team, have we thought about moving anybody over to work with the tight ends?
We're still working through that, and we'll probably have to have that a little bit more defined in the next day or two.
A guy like Melvin Ray, could fit in that spot?
There's 3 or 4 guys that we're talking about.
What did you see out of the quarterbacks today?
It was similar. The two new guys did feel more comfortable. We're throwing a lot at them, just from the sideline, but they're feeling more comfortable in the sideline. They were able to relax a little bit more and play football. But overall, I thought it was fairly similar to what it was the first day.
Is there a certain demeanor that you sense, the comfortability with Kyle and Jonathan being guys that have been in this program and their experience both on the field and just around the program as a whole? Can you sense that from them?
Yeah, definitely anytime you're comfortable doing something and you've been through a spring and you kind of understand, what to expect and different looks, and there's nothing like experience.
Who all works at HVAC right now? I mean, Jay, obviously, but who else is there?
Yeah, well, right now we got CJ Azuma's doing a little bit. Obviously, Brandon Fultz has done that before. And then we're kind of playing around with Gage Batten and a couple other guys. But like I said, that'll be more defined probably in the next, 2 or 3 days, because that position is also a position that when you have pads on, you can properly evaluate a little bit better than you can in just helmets.
Yeah, Trey Mason missed a lot of spring, pretty much all of spring actually, except for Day. It was dinged up. What have you seen from him early on between workouts? What have you heard, and then what have you seen in the first 2 days of practice?
Well, I know a lot about Trey from the standpoint, he was in our system as a freshman and did some good things. He feels very comfortable with the offense and with the communication. And like I said earlier, it may have been a blessing in disguise to get those other guys some reps. But Trey knows this offense very good, and he feels very comfortable in it.
No injury situation there?
No, not at all.
You guys feel pretty comfortable with Greg Robinson at left tackle? The guys who are competing seem to be over on the right side now.
We do feel comfortable with Greg, but at the same time, we're just wanting to give everybody a chance, and so some of those guys are going back and forth at times, but we do feel very good about Greg.
How important is that when you have a wide open quarterback battle? How much easier is it for you to see when you know that you're going to have a guy on the left side to protect whoever's blind side?
Yeah, well, that's a very critical position, especially in this league. Matter of fact, both tackles are critical in this league, but that's got to be a plus, going to see.
I know Patrick Miller, he left the spring, I guess, as the top guy there on the right side. How's he doing? We've seen a lot of Sean over there.
Yeah. Sean is a guy that played left for the most part, in the spring, and so we want to give him a shot at right. We'll kind of move him back and forth, but Pat, Pat's a very solid tackle in his own right. Anything else?
Guys, what have you seen thus far from the new receivers the first couple of days? I know they're working mainly with the new quarterbacks, but what have you seen out of those?
Yeah, I think they're all talented. It's just a matter of them picking up the signals and everything that goes with that. And so we're just trying to bring them along slowly. We'll find out a lot more, once we get pads and get tackled and all that.
Is there a target date that you know of when Demetrius may be able to go ahead and practice again?
I think it'll be fairly soon. Like I said earlier, it's not anything major. Just want to make sure that he's 100% before we get him back out there. He's a veteran guy, has a lot of experience.
What are your expectations going to be of him? I know that obviously he missed a lot of time in the spring, and Josh Holsey's kind of filled in for that. What are your expectations going to be of Demetrius when he is healthy and able to go?
Well, have a chance to compete for the starting job, have a chance to compete for playing time, just like the rest of them. But like I said, he does have experience. That usually helps.
Was he able to do anything today? I know today was in a helmet.
fine, everything, obviously tomorrow, when you put it out to the newcomers at quarterback, and you give them shots at the first team unit, so to speak, how you work with that?
Yeah, we'll mix and match a little bit more than we have before. You know, we won't pull them in the fire until we think they're ready, but it'll be very quick.
What are your expectations for Trevon this year? What would you like to see out of him?
Well, Trevon is one of those guys that he knows this offense. He knows all three receiver positions, and really even four, counting the slot to the boundary. He's a guy that we recruited specifically for this offense, and you know, really looking forward to him contributing and making plays.
Gus Ellis had said that when you sign a junior college player, you want to see him on the field. I know we saw a lot of Cameron. Does that kind of mindset and thought process carry over to the quarterback in there?
You talk about Cameron
I was thinking we saw a lot of him in the spring, certainly, and he's a guy who could be looking to contribute for sure. But does that same mentality and mindset carry over to Nick Marshall and the
Well,
quarterback?
you know, quarterback I think is a different position for a lot of different reasons, and Nick will have a shot just like the other three, and we're very open-minded, and whoever gives us the best chance of winning, you know, we're going to put out there.
So what's your thought at tailback? Do you feel like you need to have a number one guy at some point? Or
You know, it just depends. If your number two guy is like a number one guy, I mean, that's, we've had a lot of success with a lot of different running backs, you know. Sometimes we put two on the field.